Hello and welcome to my dissertation presentation. I'm Emma Simmons and this is my project Witchcraft and Whimsy. This video will go through the various different systems that I developed in the process of making this game, including companion AI, enemy AI, an inventory system, and a quest system which was later exported as a package so that other developers could download it from Git and use it for themselves. AI was a primary focus for me when working on this project, so I developed the companion. The companion has 3 different personality types to suit the player's playstyle. An inquisitive character will map between items in the area, sit by them and wait for the player to collect. Once they've been collected, they return to following the player. An aggressive companion, on the other hand, will map for the nearest enemy in the area, chase them down and attack them. Whilst the attacks are short and weak, it does do some chip damage and helps a more aggressive player. The final personality type is defensive. If the player's health drops below 50%, the companion will then start attacking enemies with much slower but heavier hitting attacks to support the player who is maybe a little bit less confident with their combat skills. There are many different enemies in Witchcraft and Whimsy, but the 3 that I want to bring to focus are the random patrol enemy, the line of sight enemy, and the sound sensing enemy. The random patrol enemy will bounce between nodes in its set at random, and if the player gets too close, it will then hunt the player down so that it can attack the player. The nodes can never be generated 2 at the same node in a row, meaning the path can be quite random and all of these nodes can be spaced out across the map. The death enemy operates on a line of sight basis. If it can see the player within its cone in front of it, which means it has a line of sight out to the angles and can't see too far beyond the cone, it will chase the player down. If the player goes out of sight, it will seek and then return to base. The blind enemy operates on a sound sensing basis. It maps to the last point where it heard the player moving, sees if it can hear the player again, and then maps to that new location. If it manages to get close enough to the player to just chase the player on a sound sensing basis, it will do so until it can attack. The biggest feature that I worked on when creating Witchcraft and Whimsy was my quest system. This was done entirely by myself using niche technology such as ChatGPT to generate some dialogue, make some scriptable objects, and write a dictionary. More about this can be found in my dissertation report. In this demonstration, I'm showing off that there are 3 different types of quests: collection, task, and defeat. I've shown you the dialogue with the collection type quest, and I'm just showing you now the notice board that has the 3 active quests on it. I spoke to a couple of NPCs, obviously, behind the scenes. What we are now doing is going and completing the collection quest that we selected, and we're completing the task quest that we selected. There are 2 different types of NPCs implemented. There are the quest NPCs that you can obviously ask questions, get the quest information from, they pop up on the notice board. Then we have NPCs like the one just seen. She, on the other hand, will only talk to us if we've accepted her quest. You can now see me completing the collection quest by handing over the moonflowers that I collected and picking up the potion. Now I'm going off to defeat 3 of the night spawning spiders that are plaguing the town. These are enemies that only pop up at night. They're very easy to defeat, but you have a very small window in which to defeat them in. I'm now returning to the tavern to speak to the mayor, completing her quest, collecting our reward, and now we're going to have another look at the notice board where we can see that all of the quests that we accepted earlier have been completed. Other than making my quest system work for me and my project, I turned it into a Unity package so that other developers can use it as well. This meant I was focused on making it as modular as possible so that it can be expanded, built upon, or changed in any way the developer sees fit. This Unity package will be uploaded onto Git, and then the link will be made available for other developers to take it, import it into their own project, and use it as they like. I'm currently showing a demonstration that I've taken my package, put it into a completely blank Unity project with a 3rd-person template, and it works as intended. You're able to complete the Talk To quest. Overall, I'm really proud of all of the work that I was able to achieve on Witchcraft and Whimsy. It's definitely the biggest project I've ever done, and I'm looking forward to using the skills that I've learned here and taking them into projects in the future. Thank you for watching.